TK421, wire 2 at your post. TK421, do you copy?
Hello, this is Pilot TK421, leaving my post to bring you a post. Alright everybody, I am here in Ark Survival Evolved. I've got my single player save loaded up on the island. And I found myself in need of a few more dinosaurs, so I thought that now might be a good time to make a quick little video on how to tame dinosaurs and why they're beneficial to have and whatnot. So, to get started here, I thought that we would just head outside here. Sorry, I had to adjust the volume there. And the Triceratops here, they are actually rather handy. I find that they're a little bit slow for doing long distance, resource gathering and stuff like that, but they are kind of useful for, if you're trying to create new land or something like that you're trying to build on or something like that, because they are kind of slow and whatnot, but they have a really nice ability where if you're in a bunch of area like this and you use the attack button, you actually gather quite a bit of berries and stuff like that, so they're really useful for harvesting berries and stuff like that. Thatch and wood too, I guess it looks like. You can even take down trees, it looks like, but yeah, I just thought I would point that out. Like it says, they aren't too terribly good. Oh, looks like I'm encumbered here. Hold on. Yeah, as you can see, you get quite a bit of little stuff and whatnot that you gotta deal with and whatnot, but for the most part, I'll just probably end up I'll just get rid of most of it here, because I don't really need it right at the moment or anything like that. There. And now I should be able to... There we go. Now we can at least travel a little bit quicker. That's the thing about dinosaurs is you've got to train them up and whatnot, and increase their carrying capacity, speed, stamina, stuff like that. Anyway, like I said, they come in really handy for clearing out areas that you're going to be building on and whatnot, because they can gather a lot of resources and whatnot quite quickly. These parasaurs over here, they're actually quite handy. As you can see, they've got some fairly decent stats for health, stamina, and whatnot that you can get for them, even weight they can carry. Their damage isn't the best, and they're actually fairly decent at movement speed. They can actually move quite a bit quicker than the Triceratops, which I find these dinosaurs actually work a little bit better for long distance hauling, if you will. And, well, the tech ones are just similar to the regular parasaurs, except that their stats are a little bit better, so I won't be going into those ones. And then the pterodons here, they're actually kind of cool in a way, but they're kind of limited in the fact that they don't have a lot of weight that they can carry. Yeah, you can increase it and whatnot through levels, but overall they're pretty much used for scouting out areas to see about resources and whatnot ahead of time, so you know whether or not you're going to be heading into an area that's got some resources and whatnot. But with that being said about those, I figured I would go into the tools of the trade, as it were. You can use these primitive wooden clubs and try and get in front of your target and whatnot and beat them over the head with it a few times and knock them out, but Well, it's rather tedious and dangerous, so I prefer to use either the primitive bows with trank darts, or trank arrows, I should say, or the long neck rifle with the tranquilizer darts. To make the trank arrows, all you need is a stone arrow and some narcotics, which are, relatively difficult to come by. You got to do a lot of resource gathering and whatnot. And the tranquilizer darts are a little bit better than the tranquilizer arrows. Does take a little bit longer to fire off the shots, but they are a little bit more effective at tranquilizing, but they are a lot more expensive to craft. You need, I think it is 3 narcotics, 2 metal ingots, and a simple rifle ammo to make one of them, or maybe 2 of them. But yeah, it takes a lot of resources to make the tranquilizer darts, but they are more effective, and I find them a lot more useful than the bow and arrow. But the nice thing about the bow and arrow is you can fire the shots a lot faster. But in order to be able to, let's say, craft some of those, hold on, let me get some lights here. There we go, there's a little bit of light anyway. In order to be able to make the tranquilizer stuff, you need to be able to make narcotics. And in order to make narcotics, you need some spoiled meat and some of these narco berries. And then you just go into the consumables under the drugs and you just craft all of them, or as many as you can, or whatever. But yeah, then once those are ready and whatnot, you just head over to the smithy here. And if you want to craft the tranquilizer darts, you'll need some simple rifle ammo, as well as the narcotics and some of these metal ingots. And in order to craft these ones, you just pretty much go into here and you find the crafting recipe here and you craft it there. You don't actually have to go into the smithy to craft these ones, which actually makes it handy for if you're out and about and you're running short on arrows and ammo for tranquilizing. You can just grab one of those, craft them up as you need them, type of thing. Next thing you'll need is a saddle for the type of dinosaur that you want to grab, and I'm right now looking for another parasaur and another pteranodon. I need a couple of those for the new base that I have got, so that I don't have to try and transport animals to and from. So we'll be going out to find those, and just wanted to note that with herbivores like the parasaur, you'll need something like either berries, or I think the narco berries work the best for herbivores, because they keep them asleep a lot longer, if I remember correctly, but I'm not 100% sure. And for, carnivores like the pteranodon there, you're going to need some raw meat, so I'm going to have to go out and harvest a bit of that before I head out here. But that pretty much covers, the basics that you're going to need for the trip out to find your ride and whatnot. So I think that for the moment, I will just pause out here, and I will wait until it is daytime before I go out searching and whatnot. But I'll probably just end up heading out and looking for a dinosaur or two there, and once I actually do find one, I'll start recording at that point in time. I won't bore you with the whole trying to find them and stuff like that. So yeah, just stick around. Alright everyone, I am back. It is early morning in game, and I thought I would quickly go through the equipment that I'm going to be using here to go out and tame some dinosaurs. First off, I'm going to be using the primitive long neck rifle with tranquilizer darts, just because it takes a lot less shots with the tranquilizer darts than it does with the tranquilizer arrows to knock out a dinosaur. And I've got some narco berries and some regular berries and some raw meat, which will be used for actually feeding the dinosaurs once I've got them knocked out. And as for other equipment, I've got a primitive ghillie suit. Basically what it will do is it'll allow me to sneak up on dinosaurs a lot better. It decreases their ability to sense you. So yeah, it'll come in pretty handy. Plus it gives you some decent armor for when you're out and about too. Yeah, that's pretty much about it for the stuff that I'm going to be using. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head out in my raft here and just cruise along the shore or whatever until I find the dinosaur that I'm looking for. And then I'll probably be back right after I get there and whatnot to take on the hunt. So for now, just stick around. Alright everyone, I sailed around for a little bit and I finally found myself a parasaur that I'm going to try and tame here. I'm just checking around to make sure there's no other enemies, but yeah, there he is there. And all you really gotta do is just shoot them. Sometimes they'll go down in one, maybe two shots, but they will bolt after the first shot, so you gotta be careful. There we go. Took him down in two shots. And it is a wild male. Cool. I can use that. And then all we do is we just transfer some berries over. And we just sort of keep guard and make sure that nothing comes and attacks it while it's, you know, sitting here trying to eat and whatnot. This is the easiest way that I found to you know, take care of this and whatnot. It doesn't look like I'll have to shoot him again, which is kind of nice because the more you shoot them, the less hit points they have, and they don't regenerate hit points when they're lying here being tamed. Looks like there was something chasing another parasaur over there. Hopefully he doesn't come over here. Yeah, it looks like he'll easily be tamed before he's conscious again, so... and 75% tamed. Just about done. And there we go. What do I want to name this one? That'll do for now. And then all you do is you access their inventory. And you just drag a saddle over. And then you can ride them. And just like that, you've got a nice dinosaur you can ride around. And if you're wondering how you get him back to your base and whatnot, well, there's an easy way. Just gonna stop here for a second and top off. And go to the behavior and disable following. And that way he stays wherever you leave him. And then just like that, you've got yourself a dino mount. And now I'll just pause out again while I go back to my base here. Alright everybody, and then once you've safely sailed back home with your new ride, you just gotta hop on them and take them back to whereabouts it is that you want to leave them. And there is one other thing that I will note, and that is that you do have to keep a source of food in their inventory. You don't have to keep much in there, just a stack of berries or something like that for them to munch on here and there. And just like that, I've got a pair of parasaurs. And next up, I need to go out and find me one more pteranodon, so I'll be doing that, so stick around. Alright everyone, and I'm back, and I think I found a pteranodon that I'm going to try and tame here. That's him way off in the distance there. So let's just see if we can't tranquilize him. Oh, got him, cool. And then we just access the inventory and toss some meat in there. And then just wait. Hopefully we won't have to shoot them again, because they have rather low health. It's only level 2, so... I see what I mean by they have rather low stats for weight and whatnot when they start out and whatnot, so... There's the trilobite over there. These guys are kind of cool. They give you some good resources that you need for crafting stuff. Berries with these, so hopefully I'll be able to tame them. If not, I'll have to find another one. does take these guys a long time to eat. But when they do eat some meat, these guys over here. Yeah, it's a slow process, but, you know, hey. Well, it looks like I've got a taming effectiveness of 99.4%, so it looks like I should be able to tame them quite quickly here. Might need to shoot him with another tranquilizer here, who knows. See what I mean by might have to shoot him a second time. I just did that for safety's sake, just to make sure that I can tame it. There are apparently other things that you can use to make the process go a little bit faster and whatnot, but well, I prefer to just do it as I can, so I'm not too much into the whole taming and breeding and whatnot. And then we just equip the saddle. And like that. We can now ride it. And these guys fly, which is kind of nice. And those guys will just follow you around and whatnot, so you don't need to worry too much about whether or not they're sitting on the boat or not, because they'll just follow along behind you as best they can. But that's it for capturing these guys, so I'm going to pause out here while I head back to my base of operations and whatnot, so stick around. Alright everybody, and once you've got your Pteranodon safely home and whatnot, you can find a place to park it and whatnot until you can level it up what you're wanting it for and stuff like that. As for me, I'll just be setting it up here while it levels up a little bit, and then I'll take it and those two other, I might even take those tech Dinosaurs, but I'll take one of these guys here and a couple of the Dinosaurs that I have over to the new base and whatnot. But that's about it for this video and whatnot, but yeah, it just goes to show you with a little bit of effort you can grab yourself a couple of mounts early on in the game. I find the Pteranodon and the Parasaur probably about the more useful ones, even though the Triceratops is really useful in its own way. The Parasaurs I think are just a little bit better for longer distance travel if you gotta go out and get some resources and whatnot. Yeah, that's about it for this video, so I think that yeah, I'll just duck on out here, and for now, take care, stay safe, have fun, and hopefully I'll see you in game sometime.